Hello, good people. So today I'll be showing you how to draft a basic skirt. The skirt has a waistband and a button. It has an overlap back slit, and that's on both sides of the skirt. So without wasting time, let's get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is to put my horizontal measurement, which is my waist, hip, and the length of the skirt. So I'm dividing my waist circumference by 4. My waist circumference plus is divided by 4. Now I'm just match checking with the bodies to know if the two measurements match. Now I'm going to put it on here like this. Now I'm going to go down by my hip location measurement. I use 10 inches most times, but it's good to be sure, so try to take your measurement. So I'm going to place my hip location right here, and I'm going to place the hip measurement, hip circumference plus ease divided by 4. So what I did here was just to take the 10 inches downwards so that I'll be able to roll a line, which is my hip line. And on this line, I'm going to place my hip circumference plus ease divided by 4, which is what I'm doing right now. Now moving downwards, for a pencil skirt, what I do is I subtract the value I got at the hip minus 1. So I subtract 1 from the value I got from the hip so that it give me that pencil shape. But if it's a straight skirt, I will just take this hip measurement downwards to the hemline. So mind you, this is a knee length skirt, not a full length. So my hemline is the length of my skirt. So I'm going to place that measurement across. Then square the line and then place my hip measurement divided by my hip measurement plus my ease divided by 4, then minus 1. So the value I get is what I'm going to place at the hemline. So what I'm doing is just marking out my horizontal lines. Now I'm going to place my hemline measurements. So I'm cross matching. I got 10 here. So down there I'm going to place 9. That's 9 inches. 10 minus 1, which is 9 inches. So this gives me the shape I want. Now you can go inwards as much as you want. You can go inwards by 1.5. You can go inwards by half or 0.25 depending on how penciled you want the skirt to come out. So now I'm just going to join my points, the hemline to the hip down up to the waistline. So this point has to have a kind of a curve. It's not supposed to be pointed. So I'll use my French curve to create the slight curve. Mind you, all these basic blocks I've been drafting do not come with the sewing allowance. So before you cut on your fabric, remember to add a sewing allowance of either an inch or half an inch or even more. I'll advise you go for more if you're a beginner. So now I'm going to place my nipple to nipple measurement just as I did for the top, the basic bodice top, and I'm going in by half an inch on both sides. Then I'm going down by 5 inches. Now there's no particular distance you can go for the dart, but I prefer to use 5 at the front and 4.5 at the back. So this is my standard dart for the skirt, and I'm just going to roll the dart legs.
So guys, I made the outline of the measurements I use. Please use this one as I made some mistakes over the voice note.
So that's all about skirt. Skirt is one easy thing to do. You can do it within minutes. So now I'm just going to highlight my points and label the skirt, the front part of the skirt. Remember the side is on a fold, so that if you open it up you will have both sides. So this is it for the front. Now I'm using the front pattern to trace out the back. Now if you notice there's a space on both sides of the pattern paper for the back skirt. This is because there will be sewing allowance at the center, at the midpoint. This side I'm currently marking, there will be zip allowance, and then there will be slit allowance. Remember, I'm making a skirt that has an overlap slit at the back. So now I'm just going to join all the points I marked. This is the midline, and this is the hemline, and this is the side seam. So if this is going to be just a skirt, you're going to join it and then measure the circumference of the waist and make a straight band. Now this band will be equal to what you got after joining the front to the back. So here I'm just transferring my dart measurement and going downwards by 4.5. So for the band, you have to join the front to the back, then make a measurement, a circular measurement around the waist to know the width of the waist. Then you now have to cut a fabric of 3 inches, since it's going to be on a fold. I think I'll do this on another video, then I will link that to this pattern drafting. So now I'm going up from my hemline by 7 inches and outward towards the midpoint, out of the midpoint by 3 inches. Now this is the allowance for the overlap slit. Then from the up side of the skirt, I'm going to go inwards by 1 inch. You can extend yours to 1.5 or 2, but I prefer to use 1. So this is my zip allowance, and I'm going to connect it to that 3 inches allowance for the slit using a French dart or a straight ruler. So I prefer to use the curved line, so I'm using my um my French curve. Now I'm going to extend it downwards to the hemline, so that forms my slit allowance. So now I'm going to measure my zip, or how long my zip is going to be, and then I'm going to mark a line where the seam will start. So it's from this seam that will join the two parts of the skirt at the back side of the skirt. So I'll sew from this point to this point and then leave the other side open, since that part will be a slit, so the slit opening will still be there. So that's for the slit, and this is for the zip. So that's just all about skirts. Now I'm just going to trace it out with a marker pen, so you'll be able to see. So before that, I'm just going to cross check between the bodies of the back to be sure that there's that both of them match. Now I realized that I removed a zipper bulge from the top part of the body, so I have to do same for the skirt at the waistline. So I'm just going in by 1/2 inch at this point, and I'm blending the line to the zip allowance line. Then I'll still check again to be sure that everything is in order and make adjustments as I go. This is done in order to ensure that when you're joining the skirts, you will not have any one that is bigger than the other. So the skirts the waistline of the skirt should be equal to the waistline of the bodice. So here I'm just going to trace out my lines with the marker pen and label. So if you have questions, comments or suggestions, please remember to leave them down below, and please like, share and subscribe. So I'll be making another video where I'll be joining these two parts, that's the skirt and the bodice, to form a gown, a dress. So stay tuned and hit the notification bell if you want to be seeing my videos each time I upload. So what kind of videos would you like to be seeing? Can you just give me suggestions as to what you like to be seeing? If it's something that I'll be able to make, I'll definitely make it. So guys, remember to check out my other videos. I'll be posting from time to time, so just be checking me out from whenever you have the chance to. And I'll be switching to drafting my patterns using Adobe Illustrator from I think after drafting the base bodice of maybe the trousers, I'll switch from drafting it this way to digital drafting. So if you like to learn, be sure to follow me up, and I can assure you it's a very interesting process, and you'll be able to achieve a lot. You can even sell your patterns using that way. So that will be all, guys. So how easy is this? Because a skirt is something I can do within 30 minutes. It's easy to draft out and it's easy to sew. So I just have to sew the side seams, join the back at the midline, then do the overlap, that, and that's all. Thank you guys. See you in my next one. Bye.